What you see right here is the new 2025 Ford Expedition Tremor off-road SUV, but this is what I want to really show you. It's the world debut of the 2026 Ford Explorer Tremor Edition. So there was a Timberline edition of the Explorer before, but now they're turning up some of the knobs a little bit further to offer you a different option to take you a little bit further in an Explorer. So Explorer is one of the more popular vehicles in the segment, and I want to show you everything that makes it unique. So there's a signature color, this kind of gold yellow color on the grille, special lights. This is pretty much the same as the Expedition. So you could use these using your brights in the Expedition basically. So you can have your fog lamps, your main lights, and if you're on a dirt trail at night, you can have this additional light. Different fascia, so you can see these toe points are very exposed and very visible, which is great. And also they're saying they improved the approach angle on this puppy. And yeah, this is metal, so this is pretty cool. This is my first time seeing it, so I don't know every detail and every specification on this particular one, but I'll be able to show you at least 2 versions, maybe even 3, of this new Explorer Tremor. Now the wheels and tires are very important. We have these blacked out wheels, and this is a Tremor signature, another signature that kind of to point to the valve stem, so that's very visible and also a design element. This wheel is an 18-inch wheel, and it's a 265/65 R18, and Ford says it's about a 31.5 diameter. So this is not a tremendously huge wheel and tire, but just enough. They didn't quite say the ground clearance number, but it's a little bit raised, and also there's a different fascia in the rear. Let me take a look. Yeah, slightly different fascia. There's also some accent color. The hitch is exposed, which is pretty good. I mean, it's very trucky, even though this is a kind of a unibody SUV. You can see the hitch here. For 2025, the Explorers are rated to tow about 5,000 pounds. Let me see if I can open this. And I'll show you everything on the inside. So 3 rows. This one's got captain chairs, and what Ford was telling me just now, that you can get this with 2 engine options, either the 2.3 liter turbo 300 horsepower or the 3 liter twin turbo V6 400 horsepower. So you have power options and also a lot of luxury features. So let's get in. Ian, do you want to jump in on the passenger side? Let me close this up. Also, these are built in Chicago, so USA made. You could see special stitching. Everything is in this Tremor yellow, and the rest of the interior is very similar to the 2025 edition vehicles. You've got a large display here, a digital cluster right here. It has Blue Cruise. It has a monitor for my eyes. So it has a lot of different technology features, including hands-free Blue Cruise driving feature. Check out the seats. Very nice and very similar to the rest of the Tremor lineup. So now they have the Expedition Tremor. This is coming later this year. They didn't say exactly when. Also, you have an F-150 Tremor and Super Duty, heavy duty pickup trucks in the Tremor edition, which means it's pretty robust and also should be comfortable. The whole idea is the suspension is strong enough to handle some of the larger hits, and also keeping you comfortable and with all the features. So I don't expect for this to be very, very affordable. It'll probably be on the upper edge of, you probably see different generations of the Explorer there. This will probably be on the upper end of price in the Explorer lineup, but they also have the ST, which also has the 400 horsepower 3 liter twin turbo V6 engine, and those are around $55,000 to start. Let's take a look at the middle seat here, and also there should be an off-road driving mode that you can access right here, and a 10-speed. captain chairs here in this one. Yeah, really comfy. Actually, good headroom. I'm just about 6'3". I'm a pretty large dude, and I can sit behind myself in a very comfortable way. And I have all kinds of features here, including climate control and heated seats. Also heated seats in front as well. And here's another view of the front, the beefy steering wheel. So yeah, it has a sporty feeling. Also has kind of, all Tremors will have these seats, you know, with the stitching. So the color palette is what you see here. But you will be able to get different technology features. You can add some more or get it without. Let's take a look at this other version down here. So we're here in Indiana, actually. This is Interlake State Park, State Off-Road Park. And we've just been driving all those expeditions you see over there. There's a whole lineup of them. So we have some videos about it on alltfl.com and also tfltruck.com, so you can check that out. But they're kind of surprised us with this. They surprised us with the Explorer lineup, and here's the Expedition right next to the Explorer. Here's another view. Actually, Ian, you can kind of get low and kind of get a view of the ground clearance on this one, because it's not on grass, it's on gravel here. So you can kind of get a little look-see and see what that looks like. Yeah, so I kind of welcome this. I mean, I wish, because the wheelbase is so long on this one, I mean, I kind of wish it would have an additional lift on the suspension. But if you look at the tires and the different fascias that they added, so they added a little bit of better departure angle, a little bit better approach angle, but it's not as tall as that Expedition. You can kind of see the difference. The Expedition has 10.6 inches of ground clearance, and the Explorer is a little bit lower. But actually up here in the front, Ian, you can kind of see the similarities, kind of the family resemblance. You can kind of see that grille with those little, there's a rubber cover here on this light. That's the way they come from the factory, covered up. And this grille and these lights. So you can see that family resemblance on this vehicle. And we don't have pricing yet. So this is what, mid-June, maybe late June that you're watching this, world debut of the new Explorer Tremor. And then you'll be able to find out a little bit more about pricing, availability. Maybe later this year, you'll be able to take delivery of some of these. Here's another look-see from another side. Pretty sweet, huh? Yeah, if the price, I mean, if the 300 horsepower unit, if that price is good enough, aggressive enough, I think they could sell a lot of these. And of course, with that powerful option, the 400 horsepower, you can get a little bit of both worlds. You can have the performance on the street and the capability and the toughness when the road gets gravelly and also quite bumpy and maybe washed out, or maybe a washboard as well. So thanks for joining me. By the way, these tires are Bridgestone Dueler ATs. Pretty tough. Not the same tire as the Expedition. The Expedition is rolling on General Grabber's ATX tires. So of course, different vehicle weights, different vehicle specifications. It just kind of depends on what you like and what you want in tires, and that's how they select which tires to put on each vehicle based on weights, capability. The Expedition will tow up to 9,600 pounds. And of course, the Explorer is at about 5,000 pounds, like I said. Let me know what you think. Would you consider buying an Explorer Tremor Edition? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, check out alltfl.com for everything automotive. Thanks for joining me.